Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests.
Good morning.
Welcome to Whitefield Toastmaster meeting number 124. For benefit of everyone, let's read out the mission of Toastmaster. Please repeat after me. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in self-confidence and personal growth.
Greater self-confidence.
Thank you so much. Before we begin, I have 3 housekeeping rules. Please put your phones on silent mode. I will give you 5 seconds to do that. And the second thing is, please do not interrupt any speaker who takes the stages, or do not get exited while during a speech. Please get exited only when the applause is happening. And the third thing is, please do not talk on topics like sex, religion and politics. And another important thing is, this meeting is going to be recorded to upload on our official YouTube channel. If anyone does not want to record yourself, please inform before that. And another, we are using this mic clips. This won't amplify your voice. Please talk loudly. It is for just a recording purpose. And the water bottles are kept aside. Please hydrate yourself. And the washrooms are on the right side. With this, I would like to call today's presiding officer, who is working in aviation industry for last 9 years, joined Toastmaster in February 2023, played role of association, VP education, VP membership, president, and now serving as immediate past president of Whitefield Toastmaster. With this, I would like to call our today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Akshay Srivastav.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll be the presiding officer for today's meeting number 124 of Whitefield Toastmasters, and I would like to start the meeting with the stroke of gavel. All the guests in the house, please raise your hand who have come to the Whitefield Toastmaster meeting for the very first time. Okay, can you raise your hand once again? I want to see. Okay, not for the first time, maybe they are there as a guest. Yeah, we have 4. Okay, can we start from you, sir? You can tell us your name, your club name, because I know you are from Toastmasters fraternity only, and he's taking an evaluator role today, so you can tell us your name and your club name.
Hello everyone, my name is Pawan and I am from 5 Series Toastmasters.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. A huge round of applause, please. Yes, ma'am. So you have to tell your name and where do you stay in Bangalore and how do you get to know about Whitefield Toastmasters?
My name is Anshika and today is my second meeting here in Toastmasters Whitefield, and I live in Mahadeppura, and I got to know about Toastmasters from my dad, who's already in a club in his company, GSK. So yeah, he wanted me to join you, so
Great. Welcome, Anshika. Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Kiran and I stay in ACS layout in Dubai. I came to know about Toastmasters from my dad. So I'm gonna have fun here. So,
Great. Happy to have you, Kiran. Yes, sir.
Vijay, I'm staying in ACS layout. I came to know about Toastmasters from my colleagues. And definitely I was looking for some improvement in my communication.
Welcome, sir. I have seen both of them from last 3-4 meetings, and I'm really happy to see your inclination towards Toastmasters. So welcome again. And your name, ma'am?
I am Anagha. I come from Delhi, and
Okay.
I am a Toastmaster since the last about 8-9 months. I serve as the VP for Delhi, and I really as well.
Yes. She is the evaluator number 1. Welcome, Anagha. Okay. So usually I have to. Today is my first role is of presiding officer. Now I am switching my role to the host of the day, and as the host of the day, it is my responsibility to inform you that usually in a Toastmasters meeting we have 3 segments. First is the prepared speech. Second is the table topics, which is the impromptu segment, and third is the evaluation segment. Okay, but today, because it is a speech marathon, the theme is a speech marathon, so we do not have some of the roles and some of the segments as well. For example, a clear cut impromptu segment or the table topic segment is not there, and other roles like our counter, grammarian, and our counter grammarian and general evaluator. These roles are not there in today's meeting because of the time crunch. We have a streak of 9 speeches today, right? Okay, so but the timer role is there, and I would like you to help me to help introduce the timer of the day, Toastmaster Pooja, onto the stage with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Akshay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And guest, good morning. So, so as a timer for today's meeting, it's my privilege to ensure that our session runs smoothly and on time. So we have 3 segments. Table topic. Today we are not doing table topics. So prepared speeches and evaluations will be there. So and alerting all the speaker using series of colored signals, red, green, yellow, and red. So allow me to explain how these signals will be used. For prepared speeches, we have 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. 6 minutes, I will show the yellow cards. And 7 minutes, I will show the red card. 30 minutes grace period, 30 seconds grace periods will be given. So for icebreaker speeches, we have 4 to 6 minutes. 4 minutes, I will show the green card, and 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card, and 6 minutes, I will show the red card. 30 seconds as usual, grace periods. And for evaluations, we have 3 minutes. So 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I will show the green card. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show yellow card, and 3 minutes, I will show red card. So thank you for all speakers. All the best for today's meeting. Over to.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for the elaborate introduction of your role. Okay, so now before we start the speeches, I do have ballots in my hand, and these ballots will be helpful in coming to a conclusion at the end, because we have 9 speakers and 9 evaluators today, right? So we do have the names of the speakers and the evaluators to the right, and if speakers to the left of this particular chit or a slip, you can say. Okay, you will notice all the performances today. First the streak of speeches, and then the evaluations, in that order only, and then you can decide, and you just have to mark one best speaker according to you and one best evaluator according to you. Copied? Yes. Any doubts?
No.
Okay, so Bhima, I would like you to distribute these slips, or maybe you guys. Okay, it's fine. Just take one and pass the other. Okay, so everyone is set for the speech marathon?
Yes.
A little louder, please.
Yes.
Okay, so today we will be having 9 speeches, and out of 9, the first 6 speeches will be icebreakers. and therefore the objective of those speeches will be same. So before calling the first speaker, I would call the first evaluator onto the stage, and please help me welcome Toastmaster Anaga from Del Sukti Toastmasters Club.
People in the back, am I audible without this?
This is just for this video amplification, audio amplification. It will not amplify your voice. You can clip it.
Like this or like this?
You have to clip it like this. Like from there.
No, which is the mic?
No, it is not a mic. It is just you have to clip it. It will not amplify your voice. Just for video purpose.
So we have 5 icebreakers, right? 5 or 6?
6.
Okay, so may I have a show of hands on who are the icebreakers today? Awesome, guys. Wish you all the very best. So for the benefit of the guests and audience today, we have 6 icebreakers, and the purpose of the speech today is for the members to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. So may I request my first target speaker to...
I'll call.
Okay. So basically, they are going to be here to introduce themselves to the club, and all that I request from our audience is to be patient and encouraging and supportive because it's their first speech. So over to you, Presiding Officer and TMOD.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anaga. She is from Del Sukti. Can we hear for her once again, please? Okay. Finally, before I call the speaker number 1, the first 6 speeches are icebreaker, and once the speaker is done with his or her speech, then we have to give that person the standing ovation. Copied, everyone? Yes. For the icebreakers.
Yes.
Okay. So all set for speaker number 1?
Yes.
Please help me welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Senthil onto the stage, please. Toastmaster Senthil, gears to graphic, Toastmaster Senthil.
Thank you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Senthil. I was born in the misty hills of Ooty, where the air is crisp, the tea is strong, but the dreams are usually conventional. So I was born in this world where the success had one standard formula, which is do engineering, get a job, and settle down. I did the same thing because I was in a family full of engineers where even despite of being good at art, despite of getting a seat in one of the best architectural college, I was asked to do engineering. Because in a family full of engineers, design wasn't even a dinner table topic. It was almost considered a bad word. So I went on, from Ooty I went to Coimbatore, I did my engineering. But there is this quote from Einstein, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it would fail the entire life thinking that it's a stupid. Same thing happened to me. I was like a fish trying to climb the engineering tree. I failed multiple times. From Coimbatore, I moved on to Chennai, where most of my friends moved on. But the only difference, they all had a job in IT. I was still exploring and experimenting with my life. There was this designer inside me was like screaming to come out. From cool hills of Ooty to the busting heat of Coimbatore to the noisy, ambitious Chennai, and finally to the busy IT hub of Bangalore. Every city shaped me, challenged me, and expanded my circle of experience. I met great people, I met great designers who actually insisted me to do a formal education in design. So that's when I stumbled upon NID, National Institute of Design, one of the finest design colleges in India, where it has produced great designers since 1960s. So I prepared, I persisted, and finally I got through. That changed my career from an unknown, invisible path to a meaningful career in design. I built a lifestyle which I wanted. I worked on products which made impact in people's life. I led design teams. I mentor designers. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now. After achieving a point of success in my career, I hit a ceiling. Yeah, leadership. Leadership isn't just about skill or vision, right? It's more about strong communication skill. So I wasn't prepared for this. One late evening, I was browsing through YouTube, and at times YouTube algorithm knows you much better than your family. It recommended me a video, but it was a life-changing video of somebody. It's a testimonial video where this person talks about how Toastmasters changed his life, gave him confidence, and gave him charisma. I replayed, I paused, and I Googled Toastmasters near me. Today, I stand in front of you, not as an expert, but as someone who wants to grow, break through the ceiling, and wanted to turn my nervousness into presence. From Ooty to Bangalore, from engineering to design, this is what I learned. To see the better version of yourself is always the opposite, the other side of discomfort. Thank you.
A better round of applause once again, ladies.
My first ever speech in front of you.
I absolutely loved how you connected. I absolutely loved how you connected leadership with Toastmasters, and finally you are there. So good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All set for the speaker number 2?
Yes.
A little louder. Yes, come on. Yes. Okay. Please help me welcome with even louder applause Toastmaster Aman onto the stage, please. Toastmaster Aman, my life story, Toastmaster Aman.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Today I would be sharing my life story. My journey began in the city of Bengaluru. I was born in 2006. So my schooling was done until 10th standard in Vibgyor and 12th standard in Yorajan, Gurukul. I was always fascinated by the world of startups, finance and business world. I used to wonder how they work and all, which led me to choose commerce in my PUC. I choose it as it would help me unlock the door to new opportunities and help me understand my subject in depth. One of my hobbies which I delve upon always was back in my childhood days was sports. Sports was something which I used to enjoy a lot in my childhood. In my childhood, I used to play a lot of sports like cricket, skateboarding and swimming. I used to go to multiple places and competitions and also win at times medals and come back. Then sports was, now also I enjoy, now I watch cricket matches and sports was one of the hobby which I delve upon now also. And my other hobbies are listening to music. I always like to listen to music on Spotify. I go for live concerts such as Badshah, Bryan Adams, who are my favorite singer in Indian industry and abroad. Today also I am into the speaking of music industry. So this is one of my other interests I delve upon, listening to songs, which keeps me engaged and my going. The other, one of my greatest life experiences I had was travel. My first tour was to UAE back in the year 2008 when I was 2 years old with my family, my parents and my grandparents. I have been there. That was my first international trip as well. outside the country. That time it was very fun. I could see the cities and all. Though I don't remember that much because I was too small, but it was one of the travel experiences, first country. Then moving forward, I went to many other countries such as Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Hong Kong, and new countries. My recent trip was to Vietnam, where I have been to new places and explored the Vietnamese culture and the food, where I was enjoyed. I'm more interested in also delving into new culture, the place, the people, and travel. In India, I have been to over 15 states and look forward to explore more of India as well and abroad, which is a goal. And I enjoy always traveling along with my family because it is the time which we all are together. Then fast forward comes one day where I had to be on the stage talking to a huge crowd, where it was a talent show in my college where I had to speak about the talent I had. I was ready to show everything, but what happens is that I got blank seeing the huge crowd. Then I felt everything got shattered in moments. Then I was prepared everything, I could speak everything, but by seeing the stage I got blank. So which realized I need to improve my communication skills and public speaking skills. So I noticed that joining Toastmasters will help me in that. So Toastmasters serves as a platform which will help me to become a better public speaker, communicator, and hone my leadership skills also to lead better in events if I'm organizing something as well. So that made me realize that professional and personal growth is as well as important in my life. So it will help me become a better public speaker, and moving forward I can speak ahead of huge crowds, more in front of you all, even in bigger places. Going forward, I'm more curious to know what is. I think I will be doing an MBA in the future and working in the world of startup, business world and digital marketing, as it's the trend which I am interested in. And also my travel fashion will continue still because I love traveling the world. I would also be exploring the world. I'm excited to see what's coming up ahead in my life moving forward. This has been my life journey so far. Thank you.
Believe me, he's doing really great. I met him for the very first time in Rohan Vasanta during a membership drive, and he's doing really great within very less time. So huge round of applause. Thank you, Aman. Okay, before we go to the speaker number 3, we can have a hint of impromptu element. Are you on my side or not? Do you want a hint of impromptu element or not? Little louder, please. Where is the energy, guys? Okay. So all the guests in the house, please raise your hand. Okay. Yes, sir. Can you please come on the stage? Huge round of applause for sir, please. Your name? Dixon. Huh? Dixon. Okay. This is. Okay. You can flip it. Okay. You have to flip it from. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I will give you a situation. Okay, and you have to think over it for 5 to 10 seconds, and then you have to speak for around 1 minute. There is no as such time limitation, but yeah, 1 to 2 minutes maximum you have to speak. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
All set?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite way to spend a Sunday afternoon? What's your favorite way to spend a Sunday afternoon?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Best question on Sunday morning to ask me, what's your favorite way to spend Sunday afternoon? My name is Dixon. I'm from Hooveri Toastmasters Club. So you must be aware that what would be my favorite way to do that. On Sundays, my favorite way to spend my days is visiting the clubs, attending Toastmasters meetings in different areas, different districts, different divisions, getting experience, meet new people, and enjoy that experience. So yeah, that is my favorite way to spend my time on Sundays, even morning or even afternoon or evening night, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Dixon. Okay, so I was like thinking that someone is telling my story. Usually I am doing the same thing. Okay, so let's move on to the speaker number 3. And please put your hand together to welcome Toastmaster Ramanujam onto the stage, please. Toastmaster Ramanujam, the accidental troll, Toastmaster Ramanujam.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Ramanujam. I will be delivering my L1P1 speech today. So it's titled The Accidental Troll. So I would like to share about the time when I happened to become a Facebook troll even without knowing what the word trolling meant. So like I just counted, there are a lot of people here who actually are wearing glasses. So how many of you had glasses when you were, let's say, when you were growing up? Yeah, so when you end up growing up in India with glasses, it's similar to having a social equivalence of donning a Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. You vanish from the common sight. Now just put into the mix of having good grades and being well-mannered, you have the right combination to be put into the box of having either a boring person or being a teacher's pet. So this was the odd and even days, okay? So on the other days, it's a quantum soup version of both. So what ends up happening as well is, you might ask, okay, there could be other exceptions to this. Of course, there are, like Aman mentioned. It usually rhymes with something like cricket, football, or just being tall sometimes. So because of being this kind of social invisible, one thing you miss out on a great deal is the fact that you never get shared any gossips. You don't get the updates of who's crushing on who. You also don't know who's bringing something illegal into class. I had enough of being the invisible nerd in the corner. If people weren't going to share their gossips with me, I decided it was time to create some of my own. So I did. So this was back in the day when, Facebook, the golden age of Facebook. The new kids were going online, they were creating accounts, they were tagging friend requests of people not even having a profile picture. I decided this was a perfect time to create something epic. So I created a fake profile picture, a fake Facebook profile. So this was back in the day when I was in school, right? So naturally, I was in Delhi when I did my schooling. So I naturally had to have a name which was Hindi. So I took some, in an inspirational way, I took a name, Shivam Sundar, 98, by the way. So do you know why the name 98 at the end? Do you notice that? I was born in 99. 98 was my perfect cover. Nobody could guess me. So once that was established, the next part was, let's go about pinging half the class with friend requests. And I did. So, and guess what? All of them accepted. So, the teenage need for the friend count validation. So with this setup, now the only thing left was to troll. So I just sent out spicy comments and vague messages saying like, aha, guess who's spending so much time with whom? Or something in line was, I hope nobody pings the school teacher about the Beyblade bot yesterday to class. So, and my signature move to end all of these conversations, guess who this is? The next day, chaos erupted. On the entire class, there were accusations being thrown around, like, hey, it has to be Aravind, saying I got messaged as well. No, this is Varun, of course. I don't even have a Facebook account. So, of course, suspicion fell on me as well, but that's the beauty of it. Anytime suspicion fell on me, there was somebody else saying, he's too boring, or he's a teacher's pet. Depends on the day, remember? So now, this so happened that, of course, I had this novelty for a few days. This was a great deal, but they fell off. As a kid, novelty fell off for me. And as an early teenager, I also had the fact of, I had this inscrutable need to tell somebody. I mean, I had the juiciest gossip in the class. I had to tell someone. So just so happened, one of my friends actually gets correctly. And after a lot of nudging, by the way. So what I went forward was, I did what any good startup founder does after, he knows that the startup is failed. I sold the operation. So I bought him in, I gave him the creative control of the entire thing, and I took my exit. So it's just so happened, because I was well-mannered, by the way, if you remember. So none of my comments were so crass, or they used any kind of shit words. So this guy was more apt compared to me. He got caught in 2 days. And by that time, I was well into the crowd as one of his victims with nobody to suspect. So looking back at this, all of this, the entire thing sounds ridiculous. At the same time, it was kind of genius. It all started as a need for me to not be invisible and to also to be part of the conversation and not outside of it. And in my attempt to do something like that, I learned how to build curiosity, how to spark reactions, and in some ways I also learned how to manage a brand, albeit an illegal one. So, compared to then, I'm still the same person that I am now. I still love stories, I still love reactions, and I still love a little bit of harmless fun now and then. But now, the biggest difference is I don't feel the need to hide behind a secret identity or have a secret name. Now I stand with my own name, with here wearing glasses, having a squeaky clean vocabulary and all. And my dear Toastmasters and fellow guests, I'm here to exactly do that, to speak up, to share my stories, and to make sure I don't feel invisible again. And hey, by the way, if tonight any of you get some friend request by some Shivam Sundar 98, you know nothing. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
It was very hard to believe. It was very hard to believe that you were an invisible nerd. You were not at all invisible today. Your speech was really great. Huge round of applause for Rahul. Okay, settle down, guys. Okay, all set for the speaker number 4? Yes. Okay, please help me welcome Toastmaster Ilara Basu onto the stage, please. Huge round of applause. Toastmaster Ilara Basu. 3 values that define me. 3 values that define me. Toastmaster Ilara Basu.
Hi, good morning all. Good morning fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Ila. My full name is Ilavasu Jayabalan. It's very hard to pronounce. People struggle with that. You can call me Ila. Okay, I like traveling across places and enjoy offbeat experience with the friends. I want to share 3 core values that drives my life. That is curiosity, resilience, and connections. Let me start with curiosity. Why and what of engine within me has given directions in life. So almost 30 years back, when I went along with my father to his office, I saw something new which is kept inside a special room with special rules, that while entering the room, you have to remove the slippers and you have to go and see that. Any guesses what is that? What it might be? No, it is computer. Okay, so the moment I saw and the way it displays the auto scrolling text in the screen after a few comments, right, I got a lot of why and what have popped up in my mind. And this curiosity over the years has turned into the passion which helped me to take computer science and engineering. So from there, as a school graduate to a college professional, I started my interest towards programming. I still remember the first programming with Fibonacci series, which has a close a relationship with the curiosity, with the outcomes. Sometimes you get wisdom, sometimes you get timeouts. Because if you don't do it properly, you will never get an answer in the Fibonacci series. And when I say wisdom, this Fibonacci series have a close association with the nature. When I say nature, I'll give you one example. If you take any flower, that it aligns closely with the Fibonacci series numbers, that flower petals. So I have counted while coming here to the club also. It aligns with one of the Fibonacci series number. Okay, so what I learned through curiosity, curiosity has opened up many doors to me where I have launched, curiosity in computer has helped me to launch different products which touch lives of many consumers, and it has helped me to travel across the globe. And also curiosity helped me to teach values in my life. So when they taught us programming, they also taught us that certain things should not be tried. So, but we'll be curious to try those things in the environment, or the things which should not be tried on certain areas. For example, trying out deleting the data from production environment. So I have tried these things and I have burned my fingers and I have learned accountability towards. So next is resilience. See, when it comes to all big leaps cannot be a soft landing. So this is my hard learning. So when after moving to my professional life, after successfully delivering lot of products and being successfully over the years, when I successfully delivered all the products, but what I felt over the times is I see a gradual decline in my career growth. And I also felt that I'm not adding value to the organization which once it was happening. Then I was clueless, what is happening, why I'm not able to do this, what is next. So then when I started retrospecting myself, what is happening within the way I work, all those things, then I realized that something has changed fundamentally in that way the things have been happening in that Indian industry. So industry is shifting from delivery mode to that innovation culture. So if you think delivery and innovation are different poles, where delivery is time bounded, innovation does not have a time bound. Reason is it has its own sweet time. So then I started to introspect myself and started picking up how I can upskill myself. Then with the help of mentors, I took data and AI and started upskilling in those lines towards my career. When I started upskilling in data, then I understood that how I should be able to solve users' problem and come up with a better creative solutions. So this is where I started almost consistently started working on different hackathon, Kaggle competition. Almost it took years to shift my delivery mode into an innovation mode. So after 2 years, I was able to crack few things and able to build solutions for home edge AI, where bringing the intelligence from cloud to edge devices. So we have presented this in Spain, and I got a couple of patents over it. So this defines actually like every setbacks has a strong reason to come back. So that is what I learned in the way of upskilling myself. Next is connections. So we have many things around us to solve, but all it happens with help of collaboration. If you see, we are shifting into the world where we need collaboration. Without collaboration, we will not be able to achieve things. The competition is now shifting to collaboration, and this collaboration is a must. So that is where I took the path of leadership. When leadership is needed, you have to groom. My interest is towards grooming the new aspirants who are into data and AI. I've trained a couple of people who are now leading up the next generation solutions, and they are able to come up with, they are leading next set of people in mentoring them. So the reason why I have joined Toastmaster is to build the leadership skills so that I can groom more people. So finally the value is like whatever we have learned, we have to give back to the society, and it has to be carried through the generation. So with that philosophy, I thank Toastmaster Club for giving an opportunity for this ice-breaking session. Thank you.
You started from the very right point in time when you start with the worshipping your work. It is like well begun is half done. So it was visible in your speech. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. All set for speaker number 5?
Yes.
Okay. The energy goes down in between. Do you guys need water? It is here only somewhere. You can find out some water, have a sip, and once again I ask, are you all set for speaker number 5?
Yes.
Great. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ayan onto the stage, please. Toastmaster Ainaba, still figuring out the puzzle. Still figuring out the puzzle. Toastmaster Ainaba.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If I had to describe myself in one word, it would be a puzzle. A puzzle mix of pieces, some clear, some confusing, and some totally upside down. But no, this puzzle box didn't come with instruction. It still needs to be figured out. So let me put some pieces together for you today. Hi, my name is Ayanabo Sarkar. Yeah, it's hard to pronounce. So you can call me Ayan. Naam to suna hi hoga. So I was raised and born in a small town in Bengal where life was easy. School, cricket with friends, and occasional scolding from my parents for breaking yet another window. And lectures from my mom, which went like, just wait, let your father come home. Things really changed in my life when I got my first computer in class 6. My parents were super excited. My father was like, he will become a genius. My mother was like, he will create the next Google. But I couldn't build all of those. But I did build some reputation. A reputation of being unbeatable in Need for Speed and IGI, two of the most popular PC games back in my time. So people were respecting me in school for those. Despite detour into this gaming, I took a productive turn in my life and did my engineering in computer science. I landed in the world of technology. Today, I work as an AI engineer in Accenture, where I work with machines and systems to make it more smarter. Although, between you and me, some of them give better replies on Monday mornings. But there is more to me than just code and coffee. I am a football fanatic. I play twice a week. I wake up till 4 a.m. in the morning to watch football matches. Next day I go to work looking like I have just lost a battle. But still I am being proud of it. Be it Champions League, Premier League, La Liga, or even it's a friendly. I'm there, emotionally invested, cheering for my team, yelling at the screen like, shoot it, pass it, like the coaches and player can hear me from the screen, right? Despite football and tech, I love to travel. I love to work on my side projects. And recently, I'm on a mission of getting healthier. So I have recently joined a gym to balance out my super committed relationship with food. But I have always felt there is one piece of the puzzle it's still missing, or rather under construction. That is public speaking. So that's why I have joined Toastmaster, not just to become a better speaker, but to learn, to grow, and to connect with people with all walks of life. People like you. Because I genuinely believe every person is a puzzle too, with smiles, with stories, struggles, dreams, and humor hidden in the corner. So I'm here to listen to all of your stories and share some of mine. Right now, my goal is to learn leadership, learn the public speaking, and to be able to put up myself on the stage like I can deliver what I think and what I feel to you guys. But I'm still figuring out on the puzzle called me. On some days, every piece falls into its places perfectly. On some days, it does not. But I'm getting there. one speech at a time, one story at a time, one step at a time. So thank you for listening to some of my story and listening to some of my pieces together here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ayan. Yeah, definitely everyone has to take that step. And you mentioned your relationship with the food. Same goes with me. Okay, and all the best for your upcoming speeches. And you have taken that step. It is very important. And definitely, I think everyone can relate to this particular thing which you mentioned in the last segment of your speech, that some days everything is in place, some days are chaotic. So it is with everyone. Very nicely said, and it was very much relatable. So thank you so much for this speech.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so before we move ahead to the next speaker, let's again have a little bit of impromptu element in between. Okay, all set. Sorry, Sakshi. Okay. So for the next impromptu element, I want two people onto the stage. Yeah, Shirish sir is there. Anyone else? Okay. You can come, please. Shirish sir, your name? Arvind.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So you can come to little that side and this one. Okay. So the situation, we all will give them a situation, a basic situation from somewhere. Okay. You guys can help me with that. And then you have to start a story based on that situation. We'll take the help from the timer. Okay. So you have to build up a story around that situation for 30 seconds and then you have to take over that story. You have to continue.
Same story.
Same story.
And
again, after 30 seconds, you have to continue for another 30 seconds and then you will conclude in the last 30 seconds. So it is overall a 2 minute of activity. All with me, right?
Yes.
You understood what is going on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's help them with the scenario. Anyone, any idea? Yes. They both are IPL fan in a particular. CSK versus RCB. Okay, so that is the situation. CSK versus RCB. Timer, are you with me? Okay, so what you have to do is he will start speaking and you have to show the red card at 30 seconds. You will take over. Then again he will start speaking. You have to show the red card after 30 seconds again. Okay, and then again he will take over again 30 seconds and then. So you have to show the cards.
Just a minute. Can we discuss?
No. Okay.
No, I mean 30 seconds or 10 seconds preparation. Can we discuss or not?
Okay, cool. Discuss.
I'm asking. If it is not, it's fine.
No, I think the fun is in between the impromptu segment. Okay. So let's start. You have to start the time. Just a moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this situation at home. It's a random thing we are having for a winning that CSK versus RCB. Me being a Chennai, and I love Dhoni watching from his final finish off to win the trophy. Oh, how excitement! How's the water feeling? Will it be bad first of all? The stadium is like we see as the Chepauk Stadium. It's a bowling pitch. Like we prefer to bat first and put so many runs on the score. Rituraj and Ayush Matre.
Hey, whether it is Rituraj or Ayush Matre, I'm always RCB fan and I would like, whether it is one game back, whichever stadium it is, I will be wearing RCB jersey. I will be there in RCB and I'm more than certain RCB's wait for the trophy is going to be over in this final match. So, whether it is Rituraj or whether it is this, every bowler from RCB side is absolutely prepared to swing, to spin, to york. Every single armor will be available to the CSK batsman and there is no second thought.
CSK thing is that it's a very good team. The team which has a fighter. And RCB doesn't have a cup. Like if CSK wins, we'll give a lollipop to you guys. Give a lollipop to guys. We have a good opening batsman, middle order, and it's a good spinning box. And with the likes of Muhammad, Ashwin, and Ravindra Jadeja with more experience bringing in, and power play expert Khalil Ahmed and Fatih Rana over the late overs. And it will be a mix of good batting and bowling.
See, over the last 18 years, RCB never had the cup. So this time the mindset is absolutely clear. Irrespective of the stars in this team, everyone is focused on their job. And that's where it comes in the picture as a complete team, which is not dependent on a particular star. From 1 to the even sitting strength, sitting bench strength up to 16, everybody is prepared, everybody is set up for this final, and everybody is aiming only one thing. Whether it is lollipop or whether it is a cup, we are ready to accept any damn thing, but it's the cup that we are aiming. Thank you.
I absolutely loved the way they went into the past and discussed all those things again. We know the result now, but yeah, thank you so much for that performance. Okay, so now it's time to call the next speaker onto the stage with a huge round of applause. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sakshi onto the stage. Toastmaster Sakshi, wearing my cap, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Imagine being born just 5 minutes after a national tragedy. Yes, that's how my story began. 21st May 1991, 10:35 p.m. That's when I made a grand entry into this world. But just 5 minutes before that, the nation was shaken by the assassination of then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. The whole country went into the curfew. My grandfather walked 10 kilometers just to see me for the first time. A lot of my family members could not even make to it until the next day. Even one of our helpers got arrested and put into the jail because he got so excited that he went out during the curfew to spread the good news of my birth to our neighbors, and police caught him. My parents must be thinking what this dramatic timing could mean for the future of their kid. Well, fast forward to 2025. Trust me, my life is not that dramatic. It is as simple as I like to keep it. What truly defines me is the cap I wear. Not the one on my head, but the one that shaped my identity. Cap, as in C as in curious, A as in analytical, and P as in passionate. Didn't get this though? No worries. Let me explain you each part of the cap, but let me first put this one right out there. Let's begin with C, curious. My mother is from Marble City, Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh, and my father is from spiritual city Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. So I am a product of twin states, MP, UP. As a proud KVN, I am from Kendriya Vidyalaya. My curious mind kept asking me why. Why does this formula work? Why is this the answer? And sometimes why are we even studying? Remember those days of sine theta, cos theta? I know a lot of you can relate to me, because I still wonder why we studied them. Nonetheless, this has helped me a lot because I topped my class every single year. In fact, my birthday again has a habit of aligning with some big events. I remember 21st May, but this time year 2008. My class 12th results came out, and not did I top my class, but I ranked 6th in my district. I was surrounded by the media during my birthday celebration. I became a celebrity on that day. Honestly, it felt nice. Anyway, let's move to the A part of it, which is analytical. With the strong academic foundation, I cracked AIEEE. I was among top 1 percentile. I went on to pursue my engineering from NIT Bhopal. I worked in Reliance Jio for some years, and then later I did my MBA from IIM Indore. To Today, I am a business consultant in Rakuten. It's a global Japanese organization. I'm quite analytical in a sense that I would love to deep into the subject matter, as deep as once I wanted to be an archaeologist, pun intended. But this approach of mine has helped me a lot while crunching the numbers and building the strategies for my organization. This helped me earn Achievers Award, some cash, and of course the promotion in my organization. Now finally, the P part of it, which is passionate. The passion is what drives me to learn new things. I love to explore. I love to explore a new country. I want to know about their history, their tradition, culture, cuisines, art of living that make them unique. Whether it's in exploring the bustling cities of Bangkok, whether it's practicing the mindfulness in Tokyo, or whether it's sipping a cup of coffee in Lake Como. I believe that every culture teaches you something, and why not to imbibe them to make us better every day. Hence, I wear my cap wherever I go. I'm curious enough to know about the things, I'm analytical enough to dig deeper into that, and passionate enough to achieve it once I decide it. Now, despite all these personal achievements, professional achievements, I realized we missed something very important. In an attempt to learn the bookish knowledge, we forgot to learn the art of communication. That skill which truly bridges the gap between the ideas and the people. It's very easy to talk about your professional achievement, but sharing a personal story like the one I'm doing right now is harder. We have become so mechanized in what we do today that we really lost the touch of who we really are. Hence, today I'm here at Whitefield Toastmasters to rediscover myself. I'm on the path of self-discovery, and today I have taken my first step in not just in introducing myself to you, but in an attempt to reconnect with myself. That's all from today. Thank you for listening. Over to you, Akshay.
Your body language as well as your gestures were so much synchronizing with your speech, and that is usually not expected from an icebreaker speech. So kudos to her, and let's again hear for her. Thank you, Sakshi. Okay. So before we move ahead, I have two things to ask. Everyone has the ballot now because there were few people who came in between. So everyone has the ballot. Okay, where is the remaining ballots? Is it with anyone? Yeah, with Bhima. Bhima, can you distribute to the ballots to the people? Aman here. Okay, now everyone has the ballot, right? Okay, so in this ballot you can see there are two categories. The speaker's name are there to the left and the evaluators to the right. You have to mark only one based on your evaluation of that particular performance whenever that person is coming onto the stage. Copied? Second question I have to ask is Kushal is in the house? Okay, Kushal is here. Okay, so all the icebreakers are over now. It's time for the next speech, and for that I have to call with a huge round of applause Toastmaster Kushal, the evaluator number 7 onto the stage, please. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Then clip it.
I'd like to welcome on the stage Utkarsh.
I'll call. You can define the objectives.
All right. So Utkarsh is attempting his level 1 project 3 of Pathway Persuasive Influence. For the people who are new in a Toastmasters club, there are 13 pathways and Persuasive Influence is one of them. The purpose of his speech today would be around vocal variety and the usage of body language specifically. Utkarsh, welcome on the stage.
Can we hear for our evaluator, please? Okay, now it's time to call our next speaker onto the stage. Please help me welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Utkarsh onto the stage. Toastmaster Utkarsh. Importance of vision in my life. Importance of vision in my life. Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters. Good morning. And dear guests. Today I'm going to try attempt my L1 P3 speech, where I will discuss about the importance about vision in my life. Raise of hands for all those who have faced questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Everyone.
What are your 5-year goals? Wow, everyone. Did this question come across your interviews?
Yes.
Wow. Yes, it's the same for me also. As a 22-year-old, in my final year of my campus of my engineering, preparing for campus placement, I went online to search for basic questions which the interviewer might ask. And lo, I was befuddled. I was very disturbed that how, as someone who doesn't know what he's going to eat for dinner or do the next day or what he will do the next day, I had to prepare for such deep thought-provoking questions. I didn't know what to do. So, as like any other teenager or late teenager, I prepared my own perfectly imperfect answer and learnt it by heart. 6 months down the line, I'm yet to be placed. There's a deep voice inside me telling me, hey, you have failed in your career. Even before starting the professional career. I didn't know. I was confused. Soon, a small unknown company called Bristlecone came on campus. I applied for the job and it had 3 rounds of interview. I cleared round 1, round 2, and then finally I reached 3rd round. 3rd round was a panel interview with 3 people sitting in front of me asking questions. It was a 30 minutes of lively discussion. And at the end of the discussion, the head HR looks at me straight in my eyes and asks me, Utkarsh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I smiled inwardly, looked directly into her eyes and gave my perfectly imperfect answer. And guys, that's how I started my corporate career, with small few white lies. 10 years have passed. I am now in my mid-30s, hard at adulting. However, these questions have not left me. I'm still thinking. These deep thought-provoking questions have not left me. I'm still thinking. Should I buy a flat in Bangalore? Oh, I can see someone nodding. Or someone saying no. Should I leave my job or do this project? Again, I can see some facial expressions. Should I stop eating sugar in my life? Yes. Oh, I got my answer, I think. I should come here then, not discuss with myself. So now these questions keep troubling me. And at this moment, I would like to ask all of you people, why do you think these questions come to me and I talk to myself, discuss myself? Why do I give importance to such questions? Any doubts? Sorry, any guesses? Yes,
because
please.
maybe your future self know that you can do much better. So
that's one.
Maybe in your first questions you realize that okay, I need to make a goal.
Perfect. Another way to look at it.
5-year goal is not achieved yet.
Okay, fair enough.
You want to keep yourself out of comfort zone always, and your thinking antenna is on.
Okay, that's another perspective.
I want to essentially that
Learning never ends.
Learning never ends. Another good answer.
Somebody is forcing you to do
Yes, I'm married. Could be. Well, guys, my answer is time. Time is the most precious thing in our life. It is the only thing which we cannot control. It controls us. And we have to change our outlook, the way we behave as per this changing time. So now, what I do is, I think about these questions, imagine, and figure out what are my priorities. Most important thing, not so important thing, not at all. And once I'm able to figure these things, including me standing here giving this speech, which is very important for me, I completely focus on those ideas and go about achieving them. Every year on 31st December, I compare myself a year ago. Try to compare and see the difference which have come into my life. To my surprise, not surprise, but to my happiness, I always see positive change in my life. I always see that I have made a step forward, incremental positive changes in my life. And that gives me that peace that, hey, new year is starting, I need to have new goals. So guys, next time, whenever you are thinking to do something new, something big in your life, take a pause, take a step back and think that, does it align with your 5-year vision? Does it align to your goals? And trust me, this process will give you clarity, will bring about a positive change in you and give you the confidence to achieve that thing in your life. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Utkarsh. He has a subtle way of bringing or taking back audience along with his story. The way he narrates the story, taking the entire stage, absolutely brilliant. And thank you, Utkarsh. Yeah, we can give clap. Okay. Now, before I call the next speaker, it's time to call the next evaluator with a huge round of applause. And this person is the division level winner of ISC International Speech Contest and was one of the contests in the latest coronation which happened on 24th and 5th of May. And he was one of the contestants at district level, District 92 in the International Speech Level Contest. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Pawan onto the stage, please. Toastmaster Pawan, you have to tell about the objectives of the next speaker.
Today my target speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek, is going to give his L1 P4 project under Innovative Planning Pathway. Now the project is evaluation and feedback. Today he is attempting his first speech under this project. He can choose any topic and speak about it for 5 to 7 minutes and then impart the feedback that is received from this project in his next speech during the club meeting. So with that, I hand it over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pawan. So now it's time to call our next speaker with a huge round of applause once again. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Abhishek onto the stage, please. Toastmaster Abhishek, swiped, tabbed and broke. Swiped, tabbed and broke. Toastmaster Abhishek.
Have you ever been to a store to just look around and then you walk out of there with a cordless drill, a tactical flashlight, or probably a protein shake that you have absolutely no use of? And we all come up with the same excuse, right? It was on sale. It's as if that is a golden ticket to achieving financial freedom. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me ask you this one question. Do we think before we spend? Do we think a lot? Before the money goes out of your bank account, do we think a lot?
Have you started?
You've started.
Every time.
You think about buying things, but when the money goes, it happens automatically. Spending is just automatic. It's not planned, right? Let me give you a situation. Think about this. You want to buy a toothbrush or a toothpaste. You go to the store, you walk out of there with a speaker that talks about the weather in Iceland, which of course is some information you really need, right? Considering you being in India, knee deep at work, why do you think all of this happens? Yeah, go ahead. Impulsive buy. Psychologists say that our brain is wired to give you instant gratification. Right? Let me give you an example. Think about this. You see a buy now button. The minute you click that, your brain gives you a reward, a dopamine hit. Right? This is the exact chemical that gets triggered whenever you, let's say, eat an ice cream or probably fall in love, or you see a little small puppy on the street. This is also called a retail therapy. Trust me, at times it actually becomes real therapy. Imagine you have a very stressful day, your boss is a pain at work, you come back home and you buy a little thing for yourself, you feel better. You feel better for almost 23 minutes. Till you realize that you are now a proud owner of 2 candles. One called the Moonlight Rain and Tropical Calm. It's crazy. You know, the fascinating thing about all this is we try to rationalize this. I'll give you an example. Let's say you buy a shirt for 2,000 bucks. And you go proudly telling everybody that you bought something for 2,000, but it was actually 4,000. You got a discount of 50%. But ideally, you're not saving 2,000. You're actually losing 2,000. You've spent 2,000. But hey, math was never a strong suit, right? Now, marketers know this. Okay, and that is why they come up with these beautiful taglines. They call it flash sale, early discounts, buy one, get one free, only 2 available. And that's a big one. Everybody sprints towards checkout. Right? It's as if this is another Olympic race. What it actually is FOMO disguised as logic. They have even designed your payment to be painless. You don't have to transact in cash. What you need to do is a little tap, a little beep, and a small vibration, and it's as if nothing happened. Right? Until your bank gives you that little notification, a message, your bank balance now is hilarious. A legendary Will Rogers, he's based out of the US, he's dead and long gone. He was in the early 1900s. He once said that this world has too many people who spend money that they don't have on things that they do not need to impress people that they do not like. Now this was said in 1930s and it still hits you harder than a discount on Black Friday. You know, humans are very funny creatures. We get deceived easily. We get swayed away by shiny things or things that you can get in 3 easy installments. See, don't get me wrong here. What I'm trying to say is not to spend at all. Spend, live a little, enjoy life. But next time when you buy something, you ask yourself that question. Do I really need this? And if the answer is a 40% off, just take a walk. Spend with purpose. Not because a friend send you a promo code that expires midnight. I hope these lines stick around long after I've left the stage. Over to you.
Definitely, these lines will stick, and I am actually very aware about these things. And as I mentioned, that I've started, spending wisely. But still, your speech was an eye opener, and it will remain with me at least for a long time. Thank you so much. Okay, now we are moving towards the last speech of the day, and before we call the speaker onto the stage, I would like to call a seasoned Toastmaster onto the stage with a huge round of applause. Toastmaster Vineet, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Amazing. All right, so my target speaker is Toastmaster Manoj, and he is going to attempt, he already did his level 1 and now he's on level 2, first project, which is from Pathway Leadership Development. Objective is to identify his leadership style and then share with us some aspects of those in the speech. All the best, Toastmaster Manoj. Back to you, Toastmaster Akshay.
Can I have Thank you, Toastmaster Vineet. And it's time to call the last but not the least speaker of the day, Toastmaster Manoj, who is very capable treasurer of our executive committee. Please help me welcome him onto the stage with a huge round of applause. Toastmaster Manoj, please. Toastmaster Manoj. Sorry, but not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. Toastmaster Manoj.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Sorry, but not sorry. Have you seen a statement in social media platform that if my words hurt anyone, I apologize? But it was never my intention.
Yes.
Generally, it comes when a leader or a celebrity give a hate speech or use some offensive language in front of public, and then generally such type of statements come. And within an hour after this statement, public outrage and this stereotype statement, very simple, very concise, comes. So this is sorry, but actually it is not sorry. It's the fashion, it's the habits to hurting anyone, but for the sake of saying sorry, you are saying sorry. Okay? A lot of research has been made in this regard, that the power of apology, it has tremendous power, big power of healing the heart. And it has been noticed that when you say sorry, it reaches to the victims and empathy create, and then after it's convert into forgiveness. It is the event of day-to-day life. I think it is being more philosophical. So I want to illustrate with a simple examples. It is the story of everyone present here. I want to put back your memory in the flashback. I want to bring you in your childhood. That when you yielded your sister or brothers or siblings, your mother grabbed your hand and bring you and instruct you to say sorry. And what you do? Murmur or mumbled. Then again your mother instruct that, not like that. Say properly sorry, and then you say sorry. What does it mean? It gives the message that if you are saying sorry to anyone, realize it, that you are really sorry. It is not just for the sake of sorry. Okay? So next time, when you go to say sorry anyone, think before that you are saying sorry only for show off, or you really feel that, or you want to make some changes in that. Because the apology has a big power to heal. It gives nothing. It is not easy to say sorry to anyone. But when you say sorry, it gives a new opportunity for you to patch up the whole differences and go ahead with that person which you have hurt and move in the life ahead. One thing, very much important thing that I would like to mention here, that in India, accepting the apology, accepting the mistakes is taken as the sign of mistake. That you are accepting that you are the guilty. But in other countries, like you can say that in Japan, Korea, and many other developed countries, that it is taken as a sign of leadership, that yes, you have the courage to accept your guilt. You have the capacity that you can publicly admit that yes, I have done the mistake, I have committed the mistake, and now I am ready to rectify it. Apology is not only the sign of weakness in Indian context, it is the sign of a leadership, and you must, and everyone should learn to how to apologize. Not for the sake of the pressure, for the love, for the responsibility, and also for the sake of courage. Thank you so much.
A very strong message indeed regarding being sorry and taking in account the accountability of your mistakes. And it will remain with us for very long. Thank you so much, sir. A very strong message. Thank you, sir. So all the speeches are done, and now it's time for the evaluations, because there were so many icebreakers today, right? And those speakers must be willing to have an evaluation. Right, speakers? Yes. Okay. So it's time to call the evaluator number 1 for speaker number 1. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Anaga onto the stage, please, with a huge round of applause.
Toastmaster Senthil, can I see very much? Thank you. Your speech was amazing. Actually, to be very honest, I, for an icebreaker, have really no recommendations. So if I have any, I will be nitpicking, saying that, hey, this needs improvement, and this needs improvement. So allow me to compartmentalize my evaluation in 3 parts. One will be what you did really well, and that's going to be majority of my evaluation. The smaller part will be what we can do better, and one will be the last, the summary, the conclusion. One is that I observed you have a great command over language. You used amazing language like air is crisp, tea is strong, and dreams are conventional. You highlighted your journey from Ooty to Coimbatore to Chennai and then to Bangalore. So, and you also wrote that the conventional formula of success, I mean, that's probably what many of us live by. Like our parents say, hey, you do engineering and your life is all set. That's where even I come from. I could relate completely to your story. So, the language that you brought in was amazing. dinner table topic, something that I picked up from you was amazing. You quoted Einstein regarding a fish swimming in air. Kudos to you. And I also like the fact that after you transitioned to being a graphic designer, now you're enjoying what you're doing. Your speech was amazingly structured. So you transitioned from where you were, like what you did, where you were born, brought up, and how Toastmasters now blends with where you want to go. So that was an amazing transition. I never felt left out, or I never felt like, what is this guy talking about? The phrase that you brought about, YouTube algorithm knows you much better than your family. Bang on, I'm going to take that. And to make it a little better, I think we could use better placing on the stage, since we are giving a better in-person speech. Like, you could say that I was born in Ooty, then I moved to Coimbatore, then to Chennai, and now I'm in Bangalore, something of that sort. But on a whole, the speech was very, very authentic you. It showed us the authentic Senthil that's sitting here right in front of us. I would very, very like to listen more of such icebreakers, more of such speeches coming from you, right from the heart. Thank you, Toastmaster Senthil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anaga, for that amazing evaluation. Moving on to the next evaluator for the speaker number 2. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Samir onto the stage, please. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay, hi. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Samir, and today I will be evaluating Toastmaster Aman for the 11-1 P1 speech, right? So first of all, I would like to congratulate you for taking your first step, and it's a very big deal actually. For me, I think it took more than 2 to 3 months to actually come on stage and take my very first step to take my first speech, right? So a big kudos to you for doing that. So secondly, I would like to start off by telling you about the good points that you did in your speech. So your speech starting was commendable. You talked about your schooling, from how your life progressed from schooling, right? You talked about how you like to travel about different countries. You went to Vietnam recently, and you went to UAE, Dubai, and all of those places. Commendable speech over there. Also, one major thing that you talked about was your interest in sports, right? One intriguing fact that I really loved about your speech is that you talked about how you like skateboarding, cricket, and many other sports over there. So I think over that, it was a really good speech. Now, a few things I would like to say about where you could have improved. And just before I talk about it, I would like to quote Mark Twain over here again. He says that continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. I believe before talking about my areas of improvement, it is important for you to know about this quote. And basically for me, I think where I could have improved or where I could have done better is that, firstly, I think if you could have looked at every audience, or if you could have not stared at the ceiling very much, because I found you looking straight over there and not at the audience. This is the first speech, but this is like a basic thing that you can keep in mind from ahead, or you can look at the pillars over there or anything of that sort. Secondly, I think the movement of the stage, right? You moved from here to here, but it was like a movement that you wanted to do it on purpose. So I believe that movements have to be natural. Suppose you're talking about something like, I went to travel to UAE and then I went to Vietnam. You can do it something of that sort. And yeah, I think that would be it from my end. If you have any more, I would obviously recommend you to give more speeches in the future. And it's a good start to your level 1 P1 Toastmaster journey, and kudos to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samir, for that evaluation. Okay, now it's time to call the evaluator number 3 onto the stage. With a huge round of applause, please help me welcome Toastmaster Konda onto the stage.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm here to provide my feedback on Ramanujan on his accidental toll. How many of you remember his speech? How many of enjoyed his speech? Thank you once again, congratulations. I did not even feel that he is giving his icebreaker, but he is more mature enough to provide his speech with lot of curiosity, visibility and storytelling. So yeah, I liked with his hook and with his beginning of his speech with asking a question was one of the critical. That is a good point of it. Then in between also he just started with a story, giving that Harry Potter story. Many people like it, right? That's what the Harry Potter, what is like invisibility with his specs. All those things he just created part of his speech, and again he added one more story in his school time, that is epic profile, that is with Facebook, and created invisible, not to be invisible, and be curious and to be creating the story, because these are the things everybody like it. So I like that the way he created the structure, that is what main part of this everybody's speech. I really like that. And coming to this again last portion also, if you see that his gesture, hand movements are really well here and there based on the context, based on the kind of a speech, and eye contact also. Definitely is covering eye contact with his speech. That is the one thing. And coming to this, I just wanted to mention, maybe if people are aware of that 3 V's, visual, vocal, verbal. That means that when you are giving your speech, right, how you are going to showcase, present yourself, and verbal, and how you are giving your speech like a raising and letting down your voice, that is also very much covered. And 4 P's I can say, pause. That means that only one thing I observed, that in his speech little bit of pause could be there, because his speech is very nice, but we were not able to catch up. And the power was, pitch was, everything is covered. Then overall, right, I don't have any feedback because it is ice-breaking speech. That is itself is coming here speaking is a great achievement. Congratulations, and as well all the best for your future speeches. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Konda sir, for that evaluation. I hope everyone is checking onto the ballots, right? The ballots you guys have. So the speeches are already done and evaluations are going on. So you have to select one best speaker and evaluator according to you. Okay, cool. It's time to call the next evaluator for the speaker number 4. Please help me welcome on the stage with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Nitish, please.
So good afternoon all. I know it is evaluation session. So good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
Okay. 3 values that define me. So any one of you remind that wonderful speech by Toastmaster Ila, those 3 values. Yes, please.
Curious.
Yeah. Curiosity.
Persistence, curiosity, persistence, and connection.
Connections. Yes. Anyone? Yeah. So curiosity, resilience, and connections. Wow, what a wonderful speech that was. So let's give a huge round of applause for that wonderful speech again. And with that, let's give a congratulations for Toastmaster Ila for completing his first project, that is L1P1 Icebreaker. Very good. So my name is Nitish and I'm doing an evaluation for Toastmaster Ila's L1P1 speech. With that, I will divide this evaluation into 3 parts. One is the opening, then body, and the closer. So the opening, Toastmaster Ila, he started very nicely by mentioning his name. Obviously that name, anyone can remember his name? Full name. Ilavarasu. Full name, full. Sir? Yeah. So, with that, he brings that quality, how the difficulty can change into a simplicity, right? So, simply we can say Ila. So, Toastmaster Ila. So, that was a very wonderful opening of that speech. Then, the speech Then we go to the body sessions. You divided this curiosity, resilience and connection into sub-steps. What are the importance of curiosity? What are the importance of resilience? And what are the importance of connections? So you give a very good example how the curiosity changed your life and how the curiosity helped you to get a progress into your professional life of computer engineering. Then you give your personal experiences that shows the authenticity of the speech and that create a trust with the audience and that create audience engagement. So you show the example of the resilience, curiosity and the connection. For example, for resilience. So many of us have that tendency, right? Once we get the success, we get slowed down. So how we can build that resilience? So you give an example of the innovations in any of the field can help to break that slowdown into the success. And how many of you think your network is your networks, right? So you elaborated very nicely how the connections can be helpful in terms of the success. So overall, it was a very organized speech, and again, I congratulate to you for your completing the speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitish, for that evaluation. It's time to call our next evaluator onto the stage for speaker number 5. Please help me welcome one of the chartered member of our club, Toastmaster Kevin, onto the stage, please, with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. Yes, I'll be evaluating Ayan. Was I? Ayanaba is your full name, but we can call you Ayan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ayan gave us icebreaker, and let me tell you, it definitely didn't feel like an icebreaker. You can easily become a seasoned Toastmaster very soon, because there was no kind of fear or have you tried giving speeches earlier, or this is the first one? For the kudos team, I think you should give him a round of applause for that. So for an icebreaker, like how Konda sir said, it is, we don't want to, tell about your faults more, okay? But it is, I would definitely want to say that you had very good clarity. There was a vocal variety. You had good eye contact with the audience. You had good gestures, hand gestures. And very good audience awareness, especially when you told about the gaming, right? So people in your age group or the similar age group can definitely connect to Need for Speed. So that kind of connection, you knew how the audience is and you were able to connect with them well. And like I said, you had very good comfort level in your speech. If I would like to point out a few mistakes, not mistakes, I would say mistakes. There is no mistake in a speech, I would like to say that, but there are some improvements that can be made. That is, for example, I came to understand that you are a big football fan. So if that is the case, you can always talk about an interesting story in your life on how you became interested with football, like what made you love football so much. There will be some interesting story in your life. Why I'm saying this is because after an icebreaker is basically an introduction. It's like an introduction you give about yourself. So the audience here after this session, they should be able to connect with you and come back to you telling, okay, this was a very interesting story. It always, so basically it should lie in their head. So when they go from the speech, they should remember, okay, I had football and he loves, there was an interesting story that he did. So something like that could always be given in an icebreaker. It's not just for anyone who is attempting icebreaker, you could do that. And apart from that, a general observation, not just for Ayan, but I noticed that everyone is trying to wind up the speech within 1 minute time today. So she's showing the yellow card now. Now there's red card as well. So it takes, we have around 3 minutes to speak. So you can definitely utilize the entire time. So come prepared with some interesting stories, to give the audience engaged, which you can very well do. Yeah, that is pretty much what I wanted to tell you. And thank you so much for the speech. And back to you. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kevin. That was very well put evaluation. Before we move to the next evaluator, a small change in this ballot. The evaluator number 2 is Samir. Samir, can you raise your hand, please? Evaluator number 2. Just strike off Bhima's name, and evaluator number 2 is Samir. Rest everything is same. Okay. Now it's time to call our next evaluator for Toastmaster Sakshi. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Abhineet onto the stage, please. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And sorry, Sakshi, let me start with my apology note. I was running late today. I was not able to read the purpose of the meeting, purpose of this speech. So my apology for this. So all right, so I think Sakshi has started with the beautiful gesture, wearing the red cap. So anybody can recall what is cap all about? She gave an example of the cap as well. CAP. Sorry? Perfectly fine. That's great. Perfectly. Sakshi came on stage with full passion and she was pretty much comfortable. I did not realize that this is the first speech, icebreaker speech. And the amount of calmness she was carrying throughout this speech, it was mind-blowing. So 3 things that stood out for me. The first one is the curious. And she started with a story point, still 21st of May, still resonating with me, your birthday date, because she hooked this story with certain point, 21st of May. And that's something after that she started, how curious she was. And when it comes to curiosity, and she talked about why my parents got married, MP and the UP, and she started a lot of questioning that, and she was pretty much curious about that. And the whole cap was resonating throughout of her speech. Why cos sine theta? What does it mean? What is the implication of the cost and sine in our personal life and day-to-day life? And the second thing which stood out for me is analytical. She talked about the triple IT exam. She applied her analytical skills to clear that exam. And today, she's also building a strategy, applying her analytical capabilities to bring a lot of insights. And that was truly coming out. And third one is the passion. Passion for the art of living, passion for the communication. And I'm seeing her regularly coming to Toastmaster and, just meeting and participating in all the activities. So it shows a big amount of passion. The one thing I felt is the way she was demonstrating the passion, I felt the passion could have been a little bit pushed to talk about the passionate stuff. Hey, I'm passionate about the communication. I'm passionate about the art of living. Maybe 1 or 2, but this is not required right now. The first thing and first speech, I could remember myself. I could not speak up. I was speaking with the full eye and arms. But the way she crafted the story, narrated the cap, today when I'll go, Sakshi will be remembered with the cap example. So when cap will come, definitely. And I think the red color, again, it was indicating, highlighting to all of us. And we were curious. Every time I was questioning how curious I am to read her complete speech. Thank you. All the best for your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhineet, for that evaluation. I completely resonate with that. It's time to call our next evaluator for Toastmaster Utkarsh. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Kushal from Walk the Talk Toastmaster Club with a huge round of applause. It's not. It is just for the video purpose. You can clap it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Whitefield Club. It's been an honor to hear Toastmaster Utkarsh speak on the very topic that everybody faces each day of their life. The moment we wake up, what's the challenges that we feel, what we see? What's the vision of our life? Am I on the right track? What am I doing? Thank you so much for taking us through that journey, Toastmaster Utkarsh. I would like to break my evaluation in 3 aspects. One, where he excelled at. Toastmaster Utkarsh excelled at hand gestures. The way he explained the 3 categorizations, most important, important, and not so important. His vocal variety, he used it to a great extent in his entire speech. When he said, the eternal question that everybody faces, the deep voice in our mind, what if I fail? Or when he was interacting with the crowd, he said, yes, I'm married. Engaging the audience with vocal variety is extremely important. So thank you so much. Next, I would want to move to the next aspect, which is what he can work on. So inadvertent movement on the stage. I felt that could be curtailed to an extent because stage movement can gauge audience's attention or can be used to segregate a message. Say for example, when he said the 3 things, the 3 questions which every adulting person faces. Like for example, question number 1, buying a flat. Question number 2, avoiding sugar. Question number 3 was probably going to the gym. So stage movement can be categorized to segregate as well. The third thing is where Toastmaster Utkarsh can challenge himself. Good morning everyone. I felt today everybody used that polite greeting. But what about a hook? What about engaging the audience at the start? What I assume is that the crowd is sleeping and it's time to wake the crowd up by a hook. At the end, I would just like to say, life is like a river. At least my life has been like that. I am not sure what my vision is, but it takes turns every time and then. But then, to Toastmaster Utkarsh's message, to align it in a way that we are able to meet the end goal, that is to reach the ocean. Thank you so much.
Thank you Toastmaster Kushal for that amazing evaluation. Can we hear for Toastmaster Kushal once again? Okay, now it's time to call our next evaluator for Toastmaster Abhishek. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Pawan from Thrive CBS onto the stage, please.
Toastmaster Abhishek, why did you select this topic? You actually punched on my heart when you said this topic or when you were talking about it, because it took me back to yesterday what I have done. My wife asked me to buy a bucket. I went to DMart. I saw a bucket free with 10 kg of surf. I bought it. I came home and my wife asked, why? Why do we need 10 kg of surf? You could have bought a bucket. It would be less costly. I never thought. I just saw a free bucket and I purchased it. I was trying to overcome that pain and you still pinched me on that same point today. So with that, even with that pain, taking the main source of Toastmasters to give a valid or a good evaluation, I continue controlling all those emotions. So today I'll split my evaluation with 2 by 2, with 2 strengths, 2 which I felt could have been improved, and wrap it up with a summary. The first one, the content. It's a very generic content, a content which everybody in the room can relate to. They have their own personal experiences with such topic that you have selected it. That's a great one. Second, the way you are presenting yourself, your stage presence, your contact, you're looking at the people and telling them, hey, did you do this in your life? This is what happened. And making them feel that you're talking to them. These are the 2 things that I felt were very good in your speech. But when we go to the improvement areas, again we'll go back to the same content. The biggest challenge when you take a content which is very generic, where everybody can relate to, it's good that if you personalize that content, you tell your own personal experience how it happened. That is most important, because personalizing a topic will create credibility about the speaker. That is something which you would have done. Second, from a delivery standpoint, since it's a very generic topic where everybody can relate to, it should have been in a conversational way, more conversational way, so that people get involved in your speech, and then it's easy for you to give a lasting impression on the people because they're involved in what you're speaking. So overall, if you see, the content when you're selecting what you're selected is a very generic content with a good hand gestures, your eye contacts and your stage presence. But slightly, when you're working on such generic content, please make sure that you personalize the story and also see that you make it more conversational so that people get involved in your speech for the next 5 to 7 minutes. To end, I'll surely remember your speech and think about spending. Do I really need it? Thank you.
What an anecdote he started with, and it happened yesterday only, was a real story. Thank you so much for that evaluation, sir. Yeah, we can hear for sir, please. Okay, now it's time for the last evaluation of the day, but not the least. Please help me welcome with a huge round of applause Toastmaster Vineet onto the stage.
Toastmaster Bharat. Sorry, but not sorry. Toastmaster Manoj. So how many of you know Manoj, an actor, a very old actor, right? He used to be called Bharat also. So I'm just trying to bring that up. All right. So my approach would be CRC. Commendation, recommendation and commendation with summary. Such a practical topic. When you came here and when you said sorry but not sorry, I think it really connected with all of us. Think about it. If we know how to apologize, I think lots of wars can be stopped, right? We are in the midst of so much of war. If Putin would have talked to Zelensky, India, not required, but right? So I think we could have done, we can avoid so much of fights, the personal fights, the office fights and so many other things, right? The whole topic was on that and that was so amazing. Very confident, you broke it down, how to apologize, how to have empathy when you are apologizing instead of just, us apologizing for the sake of it. You took us on the journey when you kind of said, hey, you all, let me take you to the childhood, and then you started talking about the mistake, how we can, for the sake of it, how that happened with you and all that, right? The core of the topic today was leadership style, and somewhere you were able to demonstrate that leadership style of accepting the mistake. You mentioned that very clearly. The moment you accept the mistake, that is a strength, not a weakness, and that was amazing to stick to the topic of the objective. Few recommendations. I think someone was telling start, probably you were saying, sir, somewhere the start, I think again for you also, you started with good morning. How about adding some hook, the way I started, sorry, deliberately I did that, sorry but not sorry kind of story, right? It was such a nice topic to start with. The moment you take the attention of people, trust me, many times I also sleep, I'm also in that mode. The moment you give that hook, suddenly we start seeing at you, right? So it's very important to take the attention the moment you're on the stage, right? And that's where probably was not there. Even end was a bit abrupt. Again, someone already said that, probably it ended just 4 minutes. Kevin said, right? Everyone was in hurry and they kind of finished in 4 minutes and 4 minutes, few seconds. So it felt a bit abrupt. I thought you will give us some nuggets, some leadership styles that we can also do, but somewhere I missed that. So the takeaway was somewhere missing. I said leadership style you were able to articulate, but it came quite later on, right? The whole objective of the speech was to tell about your leadership style. I felt it was there, but it could have been even more highlighted. But overall, as I said, a very practical topic. Spoke very confidently. I'll remember, I started thinking about my leadership style. Sometimes we don't recall what is my leadership style. I think servant leadership and so many other things that comes up when you said that. But overall, as I said, practical topic, very powerful speech, and looking forward for your next speech with maybe some of the recommendations that I gave. Back to you, Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vineet, for that evaluation. And we are done with all the speeches and evaluation, and we pulled it off with 4 minutes still left in the meeting. I would like to have the floor approval to extend the meeting for 10 more minutes, just 10 more minutes, because we do have an impromptu element and there has to be the results which has to be announced. Just 10 more minutes. Is it okay? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to invite Timer Pooja onto the stage with her timing report. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Pooja. You can have the mic.
Today all speakers were excellent. So I'm going to give report for them. So first we have icebreaker speeches. Senthil spoke 4 minutes 35 seconds within time. Aman 4 minutes 45 seconds within time. Ramanjunam spoke 6 minutes 9 seconds within time, and Ila spoke 6 minutes 4 seconds within time. Ayanba?
Yes.
Yeah. 4 minutes 28 seconds within time, and 6 speakers. Sakshi spoke 5 minutes 51 seconds within time, and Utkarsh 7 minutes 6 seconds within time. This was prepared speech. Abhishek spoke 5 minutes 23 seconds within time, and Manoj spoke 5 minutes 24 seconds within time. So now I am going to give report for evaluations. So Angan 3 minutes 8 seconds within time. 30 minutes seconds was grace period, so 3 minutes 8 seconds within time. And Sameer was 2 minutes 12 seconds within time. Ponda 2 minutes 26 seconds within time. Nitish 3 minutes 17 seconds within time. Kevin 2 minutes 58 seconds within time. And Abhineet 3 minutes 16 seconds within time. And Kushal 2 minutes 45 seconds within time. Pawan 2 minutes 57 seconds within time. Vineet 3 minutes 1 second within time. Thank you. All speakers were qualified.
All the speakers and evaluators are qualified, no disqualification. So now you can actually choose the best speaker and evaluator based on your evaluations, the performance which you actually witnessed. And please submit. Bhima will come to your seat, and you can give your ballots to Bhima. Okay, in the meantime, as I promised, there will be another impromptu element, and I want one guest and one member who has not taken any role today. Okay, please both of you come on the stage. Yes, huge round of applause for Anshika. I know you guys are tired, I am also tired, but it was a speech marathon, and now this is an impromptu segment, and we will give them one interesting topic. Hold this mic. Okay, any topic, any suggestions like the one you gave the previous segment?
Passing through jungle.
Passing through jungle. Okay, passing through jungle. Okay, Pooja, you will have to be ready with the stopwatch. Again, the rules are same. You have got the rules. You have to start the story. Okay, you have to build a story around that for 30 seconds. She will show the red card at 30 seconds, and again you will carry on that story for another 30 seconds. It will come back to you, and then you will conclude. Copy?
Yes.
The topic is passing
Through the jungle.
through the jungle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you sure we are going the right way? I told you we should take the left way, but here we are. And I think I can hear the wolves or the lion. What if we don't make it home? What if they come and eat us? What if we are just left here? And there's nobody to help. I don't even see any planes or cars or anything. There's no main road. All I see are tall trees and I hear lions.
How does it even matter? Why do we even matter? If the animals want to eat us, let the animals eat us. It won't be so good use of anyhow. So.
Well, I have just passed my school. I'm 18. I want to live life. I want to see everything. I want to travel the world. I'm not dying here in the jungle today. I told you we should have just gone to a pub or a party place. Why are we here in the jungle? Camping?
Oh, I'm 52. Trust me, there's nothing in life. There's absolutely nothing. Let's get bitten by a snake. Let's experience all the pain. Let's face challenges. What is this public speaking? All that we have to get up early morning Sunday, come here, learn this, shiver, and face so many people. All this is not needed. Let's die in the jungle. What's it?
Well, I kind of agree with you. Right now, I was just living under my parents' roof, and they did everything for me. But now I'll grow up, figure out taxes, college applications, this, that, everything, family, kids, everything. Honestly, I think I should get bitten by a snake today.
I think so too. I mean, we are girls. What else is left for us? Get married, make coffee, tea, get up early morning, get up 4 o'clock, cook every day, see the kitchen. Nothing else, man. That's just.
But I think it's the 21st century. Things are changing. Girls are working. I mean, you can choose what you want to do and like have fun, travel, do what you want to do in life, explore. Like how we are exploring the jungle right now, and look where that led us to.
I agree. 2 girls together can do a lot more than just cook in the kitchen and just go out to the jungle, explore stuff, and get eaten by animals.
Thank you, both of you. They do have the knack for the impromptu segment, and yeah, he was right. You passed the jungle and you were already on the road, on the highway. Thank you so much. So, another pair now. It was interesting, right? It was interesting or not? It was, right? So, one guest and one member. Anyone? Pranay, would you like to come? Yeah. So, he is the member, and one guest from this side, please. Kiran, would you like to come? Yeah, please do come. Huge round of applause for Pranay. Okay, Toastmaster Pranay and guest Kiran. Okay, another you can take for 7 seconds.
Somebody else can do it.
Okay, anyone else would you like to? Yes, sir. You can give it up.
Our crush.
Our crush. Okay. The rules you know, right? You know the drill. I don't have to repeat it, right? 30 seconds, you will speak for 30 seconds, you will take over, you have to continue the same story.
Okay.
Remember, same story. Again, you will take over for 30 seconds and then you will conclude. So, 2 minutes of activity. Your crush, our crush?
Crush on the same girl.
You do have crush on the same girl, that is the situation. Timer starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, okay, so as we know, we both have the crush on the same girl. But like, the thing is like who should approach first depends on who loves her more. Like,
I don't care, I'm approaching her first.
But like, but I knew her before, even before you knew her. And then I also gave her chocolate and chips one day.
But she talks to me more.
I think she talks to you, but like she appreciates my chocolate and chips more.
Okay. I'm gonna take her out someday. I'll take her out before you do.
Okay, but like I'll ask her out before you do, and then you can and it depends on her who she wants to go out with.
Okay, I'm kind of confused right now. You know what? You can keep her.
No, it depends on her, whoever she chooses, right? Like
So let's ask her.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get on a compromise and and let her choose whoever she wants. Obviously. Yeah. Because life puts on so many rejections, right? I mean, we are in a room of middle-aged people, and you guys must have faced rejections at some point. I'm still young, and I think more people are yet to come in my life, so you can go with her. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Good. That.
Thank you, Pranay. Thank you, Kiran. Kiran too has a big heart, I must say, Pranay. Okay, so would you like to go with one more, or anyone interested? I do know we are a little ahead of time, but it is interesting, right? Like one more. Can we go for one more before we end up the meeting?
Yes.
One more. Okay. Last. Okay. One guest and one member. Non-role taker. Member, non-role taker. Anyone who has not taken the role, you please come. And one of the other person, anyone? Okay, now I have to call them. Okay, cool. Yes, sir. One, sir. You can come. Anyone is not coming. Please. Give them an interesting topic. Please start thinking already. Okay. These are your mics. Okay, any topic?
Contestant in gala fashion.
Contestant at gala fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like
Recently we had a gala fashion today.
Gala night.
Gala fashion.
maybe it is not.
So you both are in D part, and there is only one piece of crockery left which both of you want.
I will let
You understood the situation, right? Okay, it will start from you. And one thing I have noticed, the actually contestant or the people start talking to each other. You have to speak for 30 seconds straight, and then you have to take over. Okay. So in between, Vipul. Okay, Vipul and Pawan. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is something which I want to buy for my wife. Vipul, why are you looking at it? This is what, because my wife, tomorrow is her 50th birthday. So I wanted to buy this for my wife. So I think it's better I take it up. I think it looks good. It also suits to me well. So I think I would go ahead with it and buy for it. I know you're a young guy. You're a young chap. I think you can buy something else for your wife, right? Oh, those are not for sale actually. They are something which we got it. So I think you're okay with me buying this one.
Okay, sure, man, sir. Pawan, sir, I think like it looks good for putting into my desk, right? So it will be like good.
Crockery, what will
yes,
you put
sir,
in your desk?
crockery.
This is crockery. Kitchenware. Kitchenware, where will you put?
I will put
in a desk?
Why? I will put in my desk.
Why?
No, I will put on the table and then I will use that crockery for something, and my wife will be happy because I did not bring my wife with here to just buy this one.
But crockery, what will you do in a desk?
She will like it if you will take something, even
You
chocolate
don't cook
also.
with the
Right?
crockery, you
No,
just
we'll
put it in a desk?
we will put something on crockery and we'll try to eat it.
What will you eat? What will you prepare?
Okay, no, not prepare. Let's say put in ice cream and then eat it.
Ice cream?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
It's
count?
yeah.
This is kadai, no? To prepare
it's
curry,
no, but
what
ice
will
cream.
you eat?
We will not
You eat ice cream in a kadai.
We will not.
What is this, man?
Yeah, it's okay. We'll put it. You know, right? With 3, 4, 5 people of family, we can go and then. Okay, yeah, I will eat more. I will eat more. Yeah.
That is
yeah,
good.
Because we are in the.
But that's a nice idea which I can implement. So I'll buy it and try it.
No, sir, you are old age now, right?
You
will
can
not.
come and eat
No,
ice cream in
sir,
my house.
no.
You can come. That's fine.
Or better, we'll buy it together and we'll invite to each other and then eat it.
How can we buy together? It's only one piece.
I will buy it. You come
You
and
buy
then
for
we'll enjoy
me?
it.
Thank you so much, man.
Sir.
Thank you so
Great,
much.
sir.
So he's buying it for me.
And we'll come and eat together.
Thank you. Amazing performance, guys. Amazing. So many people do have a knack for impromptu thing. Okay, so we do have the results, and before I announce the results, quickly I have few announcements. So today's meeting was meeting number 124. So there is a milestone meeting next week which has to be planned, and most of us, the members of Whitefield Toastmasters, are looking forward for an outdoor meeting. It is still not decided what will be done. It will be conveyed within next 2 or 3 days, and we will plan accordingly. Okay, but there will be polls out, might be on the main group as well as on the guest group. Please do answer the poll so that we can plan out the meeting at the back end in a smooth manner. That was the first announcement. Second one was regarding the elections. You must have seen my post on the main group regarding the nominations of the next executive committee. Have you seen that, all the members?
Yes.
Okay, so anyone interested for taking up the roles in the next executive committee, please do reach out to me on WhatsApp. Okay, copied. We do have 7 roles, including president, president, vice president education, vice president membership, then vice president public relations, then secretary, treasurer, and sergeant at arms. And we do have associates role open in all these departments as well. Okay, please reach out to me for that. Okay, and during one of the next meets, because this term is about to get over, June has already started. This is the second week. Okay, so there are few monthly awards yet to be awarded to the individuals or the members of the Whitefield Toastmasters, which will be given either in the next meet, which is the milestone meet, or in the upcoming remaining meetings of this term. Okay, this is regarding the awards, and there will be a cake cutting ceremony, birthday cake cutting ceremony as well. It will be announced, maybe it will be done in the next meeting, which is 125th milestone meet. It is better to celebrate in a milestone meet, right? So either it will be done in that, or maybe in the last meeting of June, the last meeting of the term. Okay, now the results has to be announced. Are you all ready for the results of the speech marathon?
Yes.
Okay. So there was a streak of 9 speeches, 6 icebreakers, and 3 regular speeches. And the best speaker for the speech marathon goes to Toastmaster Abhishek. Okay, now we again have a streak of evaluations as well, amazing evaluations, and we got the help from the Toastmasters of different clubs. Anaga was there, Pawan sir was there, Kushal was there. Thank you so much, guys. And now there is a twist here. I got to know just 20 seconds or 30 seconds back. There is a tie in the best evaluator, and the name of the 2 evaluators who got the same votes from all of us. The first is Toastmaster Kushal and the second is Toastmaster Pawan.
The speaker and the evaluator, they both.
Yeah. Can we have a group picture, please? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so that was all from my side as the presiding officer of today's meeting. Okay, and anything else from anyone who want to speak anything, has not spoken yet before I adjourn the meeting? Anything? Last chance, guys, for this day. Oh, yeah, cool. Please, Kushal. Yeah, please come on the stage.
So I'm thankful that I'm a part of today's meeting. But then I think the advertisement for this particular club could be improved, since I stay in G Block and I never knew that there is a Toastmasters club in my own society. Like there are meetings going on in my own society. So I think that's something that we can probably work on.
Sure.
That's all from my end. Thank you so much. This was a very august meeting.
Sure. Thank you, Kushal. Yes, Pawan sir, please. Quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again for giving this opportunity. I just want to say a few things to the people who have just started their icebreaker speech today. Right. I started my journey 3 years before. 2023 is when I started. And I gave my first icebreaker speech the same way. It was a standing ovation. That was not required, a standing ovation for my speech. I knew that it was not that great. Then I saw that same thing, happening for every speech, who are giving the icebreaker speech, there's a standing ovation. Then I just started thinking, why is a standing ovation for every, for the icebreaker speech? Did anybody got such a question in your mind when you're given the icebreaker speech? May not be a great speech, but still people were standing and giving the standing ovation.
I got that when I was giving mine.
Yes, sir. You had that question. Okay. See, the main thing today when people are standing and giving the standing ovation is not for the speech. It's for the first step that you have taken to come and stand here. It's difficult. It's difficult to stand here and talk to people without getting shivering or without getting that fear. You overcome that fear and you came today. The standing ovation is for that and not for what you have delivered. Things will evolve. You will practice. You will learn. But the first step that you have taken is the most critical thing. And what you need to see is you continue this, because what I saw in my 3 years journey, people give the icebreaker speech, that's it. They don't again come up. Don't do that. Take time, talk to your mentor, prepare for your speeches, and then come back again. Take feedback, work on that feedback, and then come with the next speech. Things will evolve. As we say that, it is a supportive environment. It's the best part. I am not a part of your club, but still I get an opportunity to speak here. You get the same opportunity to go and speak somewhere else. That's most important. That's how in the last 3 years when I see, there's a lot of improvement that I see in my way of speaking, putting across my things to the people. So please don't stop. If somebody thinks at 2 minutes 55 seconds I fumbled, I forgot and I stopped my speech, don't think that 2 minutes 54 seconds. You just think from 1 to 2:54 you were talking, you were expressing yourself. That is most important. So please continue your journey. Don't stop with an icebreaker speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan sir. That were the words of the division level winner of international speech contest. Thank you so much, sir. And on that note, could not be better. And on that note, I would like to adjourn the meeting number 124 of Whitefield Toastmasters. Please come here for a group picture, please.